Candles turning red on the 5-minute, going back to green. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, yesterday was a solid day. And I want to take that same mental approach to today. Now, if the market doesn't want to give me the same opportunities that we got yesterday, that's fine. But I want to keep that focus, being really disciplined about getting in, getting out, cutting losses quickly, and being quick to scale up if I start to, get dialed in. But not to scale up until then. So right now is just testing the water with different stocks and see if one of them sticks. So far, today, we haven't had one that's really stuck. But it's still early. I finished just under $5,000 yesterday. So $4,962 approximately. ADFN orders do not show on the charts because we filter them out. But other brokers and other trading platforms do not filter them out. We filter them out because they are delayed prints. So what ends up happening when you include them is all of a sudden at 8 a.m. you have these huge candles that because they're showing prints at, any price pre-market. So if a stock pre-market went from $3 to 11, then at 8 a.m. you could have orders going through between 3 and 11, and your candle will be that big, which would be very silly. So we filter those out. Now, HUSA, I'm already familiar with this stock. It's an energy stock, Houston American Energy Corp. It's priced at $1.57, which is a little cheap. 10 million share float, not a lot of volume. I'm not going to jump on this one. I probably wouldn't trade it unless it gets higher. And now as I look at the daily chart, I see that it's got the 200 at $1.86. So no trades on this one for me. No, I don't think so, Kyle. Not that I'm aware of. Oh, actually, I suppose it does say here I could uncheck ADFN, but this is specifically for the time and sales window, which is not the same. It's a little different than the window that's attached. So you've got this window right here that's attached. So you could choose not to display the prints, and then it'll take it away here. And then you could manually add this window here. And on this one, you could filter to remove the ADFN orders, it looks like. So let's see if that works. We'll see if one comes through. So that would be an option. Might take up a little bit more space. But you could configure, you could get it kind of dialed in. So it's a consideration. Let's see. I don't know that you can, I'm just looking at my windows here. I don't know if I could really get that time and sales small enough. Let's see. Not really. It's kind of a tight squeeze. So see how I put this right here? Kind of like that, you know. Anyways, you could do that if you wanted to, and that would filter out. That would be a solution. So, AINC, reading the news, my interpretation of it is that the board of directors approves a plan to terminate registration of its common stock. So, um, they're saying that it's expected this plan to be initiated in the summer of 2024, subject to stockholders' approval of the proposed transaction. The proposed reverse split is a 1 for 10,000 split in which stockholders of less than 10,000 shares in any one account immediately prior to the split would be cashed out at a price of $5 per share pre-reverse split. Such price represents a 125% premium over the common stock closing price on April 1st. So, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that. But so the costs, they say the costs of being a listed company outweigh the benefits. It's no longer in the best interest of the company, is what they say. So, I don't know. So look at how crowded AINC looks up here. I think this is the effect of an easy to borrow stock coming into resistance. There's just a lot of sellers. There's a lot of sellers. There's a lot of short sellers. It's got a wall up here. And it's not on short sale restrictions. So that means if it breaks 4, you could have someone that presses the market sell button basically for 50,000 shares and it'll tank it. And then you've got this huge jackknife candle. That's what I would be worried about. The amount of resistance here under the whole dollar is significant. Now, part of me thinks that if it breaks, you could get a nice pop, but I don't want to get fooled. You know, also the other thing on this is that the buyout price or the cash out price is $5 a share. And that's if stockholders approve it later in the summer of 2024, like sort of to be determined. I think that, I don't know, the upside seems somewhat limited. VVPR hitting the scanners. I don't see a fresh headline on it. VVPR has the 200 at $3. Wow, look at VVPR. So one of those real spikes there from 250 all the way up to 301, but it's topping tail and it's right into the 200 moving average. And now back at 236. Okay, so there's the headline on VVPR. But by now it's all the way back at 227. So VVPR, I got a starter at 77. I'm going to see if VVPR wants to squeeze through $3. So watching over 85 and 95. Added at 82 on VVPR. Next add is 90. It's stalling out. I'm flat for a break even trade. $70 winner, I guess. Whatever. So still trading with small size. I haven't built my cushion yet today. Nothing is really held up enough for me to do that. But VVPR, if it can break through the 200 moving average, could give me some trades. So just still watching this, but sort of stalled out there. Nice dip shot. That was solid. So watching VVPR. Added back there. Now looking for the breakthrough 3. So watching. New orders at 304 to add. Added there. There's 304. Can we get a little higher? No. Sold at 99. New order at 305. If it can break through 3, we need to get through that level. I added at 299 and sold those shares, break even at 299. So watching, right? So let's watch this area. So added here, 315, now looking for 325. New order, 330. I don't like how we have that red candle there. Hit a high of 330 and then a flush down to 297. Took my profit at 219 or 319 for right now. Watching maybe for an add back over 325. Starter at 339. Looking for the squeeze through 350. There's 56. So now I can increase my share size. I hit $1,000. Added here 1,800 shares for the breakthrough 4. Watching for a dip. Break even trade on this one for right now. It's a little top heavy. Yeah, sold too soon. 10,000 share seller there, watching the $4 level. Added right there, 402. Now watching 415. So added at 405. Now looking for the squeeze through 415, 425. Watch this first pullback. There we go. Added. Now looking for a squeeze up to 450. We're making a new high. So watch over 425, 430. 10,000 share buyer. Back to flat. Break even trade on that one. Started to pull away and then kind of stalled out. 420 was the high. So this one's a little choppy. It's moving, but it kind of keeps having these waves that are a little hard to time. And because it's getting extended, I want to be careful buying into the weakness because look, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 green candles in a row. Maybe we're due for a pullback. I mean, I've been thinking that for a few minutes, but so starter here, looking for the squeeze through 425. Watching over 415, 416. Keeping the loss tight. Added back here. Now looking for 445, 450. So watching over 436. Added at 433. Now watch 445. Let's see if we get a squeeze up to 450. There's 448. New order 450 to add. Watching down here to buy the dip. Added at 418 to buy that dip. Flat for now, 421. So the high there is 448. We held and kind of pulled away there. Can we get back over 450? I don't know. Shaw, you had a nice dip on this at 246, 247. So current high is 448. This is our leading gapper now. Red candle coming in. So let's see how hard this sells off. Low of this pullback right now is 87. 9 moving averages at 58. Well done, Matt. Wow. Nice bounce so far. Added, no fill. So tried to add at 35, but it went without me. So now we've got a new high up here. Impressive bounce. So watching. So added right here. Now looking for a squeeze on this up through $5 a share. So added at 83. Next add is 93. Added right here. Now looking for the squeeze through 95. I want to see if we can get over $5 a share. Back to flat there for a small loss. Let it dip down again. Dip at 65. Now watching over 85 and 90. So looking for the squeeze through $5 a share. We're up 200%. So watching up here, added at 85. There's 5 on the offer. New order 505. So can we hold over 5? We're up 250%, holding over 5 right now. Added at 508. Now watching, no, back to flat at 490. Just small size right now. Watching dips. So high this candle 38. Increasing volume. $5 million shares. Watching for a dip. New order 50. Added there. Just look for a little scalp. Looking for 68.78. Profit at 53. New order 60. High 62 actually. Doji candle there at the top. So low of this candle right now is 502. Now we're coming back down a little bit. We might have risk of a double top up here. MACD starting to curl against the trade. So this may be the beginning of a bigger pullback. High is 562. So we'll let this one pull back for a second. ADTX, I've got a starter at 37 for the breakthrough 450. Watching 458 and 460. So ADTX watching for an ad. Added at 58. Now looking for 75 and 80. Added at 75. Now look for 85. Taking a little profit there. It's stalling out just a smidge. New orders at 85 to add back. High of this candle is 77. VVPR is on a side chart. Kind of looking for the next stock maybe on the front side of a move. ADTX already up 45%. So there's 80. Back to 70. It could, and we'll see. Reducing size on it a little bit. VVPR still on watch. VVPR is just super extended, which creates some risk. If it wants to keep going parabolic, that's fine. But if it's pulling back, it's going to be harder to manage risk on. ADTX watching. Added at 97 on ADTX for the squeeze through 5. Flat at 499. Only a break-even trade. Let it dip down. I wanted to see if it was going to punch through 5. So it's okay. Watching. Added back at 88 on ADTX for the squeeze through 5. Watching over 96 and 97. There you go. There's 505. Nice little scalp there. New order 510. Can it hold 5? Above and below the $0.5 whole dollar. 517. Good. High of this candle 516. Added here on ADTX. Now looking for 525, 530. This is getting more attention. Added at 525. Now looking for 540. Over 540, 550. We'll see what it wants to do. New order 550. VVPR back at 462, pulling back, which is predictable. We've got 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 green candles in a row on ADTX. Not really big profits for me on ADTX or VVPR, but, you know, they add up. So ADTX, you know, that's a fairly big pullback. It could do a dip trade down here off of 55. Probably get at least a 10-cent bounce on it, but the 5-minute candle is now turned red. So want to focus on trading the front side of the move and not overtrade the back side. Now, ADTX, I don't know how well that one's going to hold up. VVPR being up 232%. I definitely want to keep an eye on that. ADTX is up 40%. So it's sort of a sympathy stock, and sometimes those can work, but I just, you know, adjust expectations accordingly. The main stock today is still VVPR. So VVPR added back here at 95. Oh, actually, why didn't I get filled? Invalid price? What do you mean invalid price? Come on. There was nothing invalid about that. I have no idea why it rejected my order. My order was at $4.95. Well, all right. Nonetheless, so I was looking for that curl back over 5, popped up to a high of 520, and then back down to 471. So a little choppy here. This area on VVPR is going to be choppier, most likely. I think my order was too high above the current price. I think that was the problem. Oh well. Okay. So this is that curling pattern on VVPR. High there was 39. Dip there for me on VVPR, watching over 48 and 58 to add for a squeeze through the $0.50. Flat at 33 for right now, keeping it very tight. I want to ride the waves, but jump out the second I'm not feeling it. High is 44 of this little wave. So let's see if it breaks 5. Sellers at 5. A little pressure there at $5. Let's see on the small account. I haven't looked at it. It looks like they are offering a little bit of leverage, but not a lot. 50% leverage. So 2 times leverage. But it rejected the order. So actually, no, they're not offering leverage. No leverage. So yes, with real money, you can inadvertently go short by putting out too many sell orders. Okay, so today, leading percentage gainer, VVPR, up 242%. That's the stock that I'm up the most on. I feel like I should have done a little better on it than I did, but in any case, got green on it, so that's good. Now I need to make sure I don't give back that profit by over trading it on the backside of the move. Right now, we're in, we had the big push up, and then since 837, this tighter consolidation. There's still range here, but this is where it gets a little trickier. So the pivot for a breakout higher right now is like 544, and then the high a day is 562. Down here, we have a double bottom right now at 460. So we can watch to see if that level holds up well. Nice, Mike.